everybody, this is Roxy, and I got inspired by some Target dollar spot items, in particular these tags and this little stamp set, and I came home and made some of my own paper from that. So I just used a set of Canson watercolors. I got these at Dick Blick. I don't even think they were $12 for this set, and I really like them. They paint well, and they've got a lot of colors. So first, well, here I'll do the painting ones. I did some video while I was painting, but basically I just used a koi water brush and painted stripes, for this one and for this one. Then I just went through and painted some rough little hearts twice, and then I used the little arrow, and I first stamped the arrows out, and I kind of just tried to do, like a random, and then all the way down, and then I went back and just painted my little hearts over them, and that's my little cheat sheet. So with this one, then after that I printed them off. And then on this one, I added this stamp in kind of a turquoise, and got this. I just made a couple of tags. So I just added the Be Mine in between all the hearts. Again, I think I used Heidi Swapp turquoise or blue, whatever. And then I spritzed or just dropped some of her Heidi Swapp gold shimmer on there. Excuse me. And for this one, I used this stamp, but what I wanted to do, I wanted to print this off or ink this up with red. So I just went in and I cut the stamp apart, and then when I was stamping, I was having problems with, like, if I had left all the red, it's a lot of red, and when you ink it up, it's gonna get inked. That's where all these little blotches come in, but I actually like the blotches. It kind of just reminds me of kind of Subway art and just real rough, grungy. So then with the heart, I stamped a few, and then when I got done, I just cut all that off, cut it all off here, and then I thought, darn, I really like, and then that's when I really got to liking the grungy look. So I went out and bought another stamp set that I'm going to leave not cut. I'm not going to cut it. So I'll have this one when I want a really nice, neat look, and I'll have, the $3 stamp set. So, excuse me, that's how I did this one. So basically, again, I took the heart off, inked this up with black, and then just kind of did some random, you don't want it to be all lined up, or maybe you do. And then went back with this on a block and stamped the hearts. These are two different reds from Simon Says Stamp. It's two of their ink pads. So I made, like I showed these out of my little heart and arrow. Just some little tags. And then I made this. I haven't pulled this off the back yet because this is a sticky back. But maybe I'll just pull it off so you can kind of see what it's going to look like. And I'm going to, I didn't use my fuse. I'm going to use my fuse on it, but I just put that on there just for video's sake, because I'm too busy to finish it all up right now. But I wanted to show how fun this was. The paper I used is the Michael's Recollections. You can get them for 4 packs for $1. It's like 65-pound plain paper. I just used the white, and I will tell you, I tried watercolor paper, and it was fine, but it just didn't have the immediate gratification that I wanted because it just absorbed so much of the paint. I really like how this cheapy Michael's paper worked. It's just nice and smooth for stamping. And even for watercoloring, it dried. If you just leave it dry, it dries really well. I mean, it was surprisingly nice paper to watercolor and ink with. So that's my little project. I hope you give it a try. It's super fun. And like I said, with this was less than $12, but I think you could use any paint set and you'll get some fun results. So thanks for watching, and I will put some painting that I did on the end of this. Okay, so that's the stamp set I'm talking about, how the rubber, all that extraneous rubber I cut off. And here I am cutting off the heart. This was before I decided to cut off the extraneous rubber around the LOV or the LVE. So I'm just cutting off the heart so I can stamp it in a different color pretty much. And this is how I randomly stamped the love or the LVE. And random can sometimes be the hardest way of stamping because your mind, you know, some minds, I should say my mind, wants things kind of perfect and symmetrical, and so for me it's kind of hard to do random. Some people can do it just as easily as pie, but for this I just kind of tried to think of it as going across the page, you know. I didn't want it straight up and down because then I really have a problem because then I have to have it perfect. And so I kind of like this random, and I didn't like how the stamp, the rubber was adding those extra little marks until, like I said in the video, until after I got it all done, and then I fell in love with it, and by then the stamp was cut up like crazy. So I did go out and buy another $3 stamp set and just kept the love that has all that rubber. So I'm using the 2 different colors as Simon Says stamp. I'm not sure what colors they are. Any of their stamp, or not ink, not stamp, but they're ink. Oh, and I made a mistake in the video about the paper. The Michaels paper, it's those packs. They're $4.99, but otherwise they'll have them 4 packs for $10, not $1. I'm getting too used to the Dollar Tree and Target dollar spot. So I was just testing out gold here, and I didn't really like how it went. If I did use gold, I would probably use embossing powder with it, but that's for a whole nother project. And then here I'm just doing some really fast and simple hearts, and yeah, it's pretty fun. And I have to say I was extremely surprised on how nice this white. I mean, you can get it for $2 up for, you know, 50 pieces. This 65-pound paper at Mike's. I really was shocked at how nice it worked, especially for watercolors. So I'm filling in the hearts, testing some stuff out. Oh, this is where I'm cutting off the arrow, that extraneous rubber for the arrow, because I did want this to be clean. And you'll see I'm using a water brush, but I didn't fill it with water. I just really like using water, but I like the thickness of the brush for the hearts. I mean, the water brushes are fine, but I actually think you can get better control with using water with that brush, but you know, that's probably counterproductive of what that brush does. This is super fun though. I mean, if you just, you know, like I kind of want to do some tropical paper, and it's just really fun. It was I think about a 3-hour project, and I so enjoyed it. Just kind of playing with ink and water and paper and being like a kid. There's a spot right there where I didn't put an arrow. I went over it later with a white gel pen because I did have a little smudge there. And then I filled it in later. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you try it out. Bye.